This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Today's video is brought to you by Trade Coffee. In just a moment, I'm going to talk about an offer exclusive to you and my audience that I think you should take advantage of just like I did. Before I get to that, though, let me reference a video I did yesterday. That is about Marjorie Taylor Greene, about her objection to the lawsuit that is going forward, that has been allowed to go forward by a federal judge to disqualify for her from office based on her involvement in the January 6th insurrection, the alleged involvement relative to the lawsuit. And she's making the media rounds right now. And let me tell you, when they say that you have the right to remain silent, you probably should take advantage of that right. Now, I know that there are those of you who are saying, well, that's just for criminal matters. Yeah, I know, I get it, but it's just the concept that keep your mouth shut because you could be causing yourself some problems down the line. And right now, and I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about a lot of the stuff that she said, but one particular thing that she said that I think signals that she's very, very worried about the things that are going to come out in this particular lawsuit that's happening Friday. Friday is the day. She said all kinds of stuff, a nonsense thing that you would expect coming out of Marjorie Taylor Greene's mouth because she has a childlike aptitude and understanding and cognitive ability relative to matters of civics, relative to her actual job. So you would expect some of the dumb things. But it's the more emotional things that lead me to believe she's worried about testifying under oath and what's going to come out. I'm going to get to that. I got a clip of her pre-January 6th that you don't want to miss, a little mashup that I put together. And then we're going to play the clip from the Jenna Ellis show. Before that, a word from today's sponsor, Trade Coffee. I don't have a lot of patience for pretension, least of all when I'm starting the day. Whether I'm buying coffee online, at a cafe, or at the grocery store, I hate that feeling like I need a PhD in latte art to decipher what the best options are. Thankfully, I found Trade. Trade Coffee is the perfect blend of expertise and ease, connecting customers with the freshest, most delicious coffee from the best independent roasters in the country. Trade will pair you with coffees that are right for you. And they're so confident they'll match you with the right bag that if they don't, they will send you a new bag for free. Right now, Trade is offering new subscribers a total of $30 off your first order plus free shipping when you go to drinktrade.com/Dollemore or click the link in the description below. That's more than 40 cups of coffee for free. Get started by taking their quiz at drinktrade.com/Dollemore and let Trade find you a coffee that you'll love. That's drinktrade.com/Dollemore for $30 off. My most recent bag is from Greater Goods in Austin, Texas, a roaster that not only makes great coffee, they also support a local nonprofit with each bag that they sell. I'm helping people simply by lifting my cup in the morning. Upgrade your intake, and support small businesses like Greater Goods and like this channel in the process by heading to drinktrade.com/Dollemore and you'll save $30 off when you do. So let's get into this. Look, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a pernicious influence in American politics. She is now the mainstream of the party. I say that not because most members act like her, but because she has the potential Speaker of the House of Representatives running for the hills, unable or unwilling to hold her accountable for her many problematic doings. Mainly, and we're going to get to this clip, here is, look, a lot of what I'm going to play here sets it up. Like, I'll just tell you how the sausage is made. I'm going to play you this clip of a number of different things that she said leading up to the January 6th insurrection, the attempted overthrow of the United States government, which I believe she did play a role in. where she's calling for volunteers to come. There's going to be 1 million people here. It's important. This is our 1776. We're not going to have a peaceful all of these things that she says. And it sets up, so in your mind, when you hear her in this interview whining about that possibly being held accountable for all of the things that she did leading up to the January 6th, it just puts it in perspective. So here is Marjorie Taylor Greene with her own dumb mouth incriminating herself while also whining leading up to this lawsuit on Friday. Watch this.
This is our 1776 moment.
America reelected Donald J. Trump for 4 more years. You can't allow it to just transfer power peacefully like Joe Biden wants and allow him to become our president.
January 6th was just a riot at the Capitol. And if you think about what our Declaration of Independence says, it says to overthrow tyrants.
I am very convicted in what we're going to be doing on January 6th, and it's historic, and I feel it's very, very important. Just finished with our meetings here at the White House this afternoon. We had a great planning session for our January 6th objection. We aren't going to let this election be stolen by Joe Biden and the Democrats. President Trump won by a landslide. Call your House reps, call your senators from your states. We've got to make sure they're on board, and we already have a lot of people engaged. Okay, stay tuned. President Trump was reelected for 4 more years. Tomorrow is a very important day in America's history. We can't allow our integrity of our elections to be stolen. We must object to this vote. So let's get ready to fight for America tomorrow. On January 6th, if you're able, there are going to be possibly 1 million or more people coming to Washington to be there for this historic event. It's critical for everyone to show up and show the nation who we are. We aren't a people that are going to go quietly into the night.
We aren't a people who are going to go quietly into the night, and they did not. They attacked the United States Capitol en masse, in force. A deadly attempted overthrow of the United States government in an attempt to overturn a free and fair election. Donald Trump's insurrection failed coup. Donald Trump's failed coup. And his lieutenants, including Marjorie Taylor Greene, were at the tip of the spear. Which leads us to Friday. The lawsuit that very well could pull her from the ballot because of constitutional outline provisions to disqualify someone who participates in an insurrection. Here she is with Jenna Ellis. I want to talk about this particular thing. There's like 6 things that I want to specific. She goes down this bulleted list of what's going to happen, what she's so worried about. But there's one thing that I want to talk about specifically. Watch this.
On Friday, I have been summoned to appear and have to testify, as a witness for myself over something I should never even have to answer one question over. I did nothing wrong. It's absurd what they are claiming and lying about. And they're going to allow the press in the courtroom. They're going to allow the whole thing to be videoed live out to go anywhere in the world they want to. And you know what that's going to look like? The Democrats and the nasty mainstream media, the ones that lie about me constantly anyways, well, they're going to be able to twist and turn and clip out any little piece they want of the horrible things that these funded attorneys are going to try to say about me. And it's crazy, Jenna. I'm the first Republican member of Congress to be forced to do something as awful and atrocious as this, and it's so wrong. People should be outraged that this precedence is actually being set and taken place, having to do with our elections.
So let's just break these down. I've done nothing wrong, she says. Well, then why are you worried about going into a court of law if you've done nothing wrong? If this is absurd, like you say, you use the word absurd, then it will be shown in court. You have evidence. They're not going to provide false evidence in a court of law under penalty of perjury and imprisonment. Why would you worry? Just like all of the lawsuits that claimed all this evidence about the election fraud that were thrown out because there was no evidence. Worried about press in the courtroom, about the public courtroom. The press, the constitutionally protected free press, doing their jobs, covering items of public interest in a public courtroom. Why is that a problem? Videoed live, again, it's public. This is our courtroom, a federal courtroom. Why should it be closed off in private? You are a notable public figure, an elected official. And then, well, let me go through the other two things. Funded attorneys. She puts a little stank on that. Funded attorneys. Does she think lawyers work for free? Are they volunteers? Every lawyer in a courtroom is a funded lawyer. And that she's the first Republican member of Congress forced to do something that's awful and atrocious as this. People should be outraged that this is taking place having to do with our elections. Outraged that what is taking place? That this constitutional provision, that we are abiding by the Constitution, that we are disallowing people to run for office who want to take part in a government that they supported the overthrow of? Is that what we should be worried? Is that what we should be outraged by, Margie? The thing that really stuck in my ear, though, was the moment that she talked about twist and turn and clip out any little piece that they want. What is she so frightened about coming out, being made public, as she testifies under oath? She's questioned under oath. To me, this signals that she knows something's going to come out, that there's going to be details revealed on Friday that are not public yet, and that are going to point the guilty finger at her for her involvement. Because the lawyers on the other side very likely have a arrow in their quiver, as is the saying. And I think she is petrified of what's to come. What do you think? I would love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Thanks for engaging with my content. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Do the YouTube thing and type a comment. Like the video. I'm forgetting all the things. I'm not a very good YouTuber. Anyway, follow me on social media. I'm far better on social media. If you're not willing to subscribe here, go follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore just about everywhere. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Dollemore. And if I bring you value, if I do something for you that is service to you, whether that be a smile, whether that be information, please consider supporting and helping to produce what I do here. You can click the join button below this video. Look into what becoming a channel member is involved. For $1.99, you can become a channel member, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much for your activism, for your interest, for your passion, for making this country a better place. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.